Oh, hi.
Hello. Thank you for joining this interview. I'm your assistant, and I'm here as a qualitative market research assistant for Superprint. We're conducting this conversation to explore your experiences, motivations, and detailed insights about custom 3D printers. All your responses will be anonymized and used purely for research purposes, so you can speak freely and honestly. There are no right or wrong answers. We're interested in your genuine thoughts and feelings. I want this to be efficient and actually enjoyable for you. Let's dive right in. Could you start by telling me a bit about your current experience with 3D printers? What do you use them for, and what's working well or not so well?
Yes, of course. I'm happy to explain a little bit. So we're a manufacturer of screws. We're a rather small or medium-sized company with 150 employees, and we have tried out a 3D printer to print some screw prototypes for us. Well, what was positive about it? We could speed up our processes. We could develop some prototypes much faster and therefore also cheaper. So that's great. Um, what we didn't like so far with our current model or our current printer was that we have very different size requirements. So some screws are very tiny, only a few centimeters, and other screws are 10 or 20 times the size of our smaller screws. And well, we couldn't print both, right? We would have to get multiple printers, and that's not really in our interest.
Thank you for sharing that. It sounds like you've seen real benefits in speeding up your prototyping process, but you're facing challenges with the range of sizes you need to produce. Could you tell me more about how these size limitations impact your workflow, or any other frustrations they cause in your day to day operations?
Yeah, of course. So what this means, well, the current one, as I said, is not able to print the small objects and the large objects. So when we ordered this current printer, we had to decide what do we want to print, and we decided for our small objects because they're more relevant for our business. But this leads to the, let's say, frustrating consequence that we're not able to create prototypes for our larger objects. And now, as we're doing a market research interview, if we could imagine an ideal 3D printer for us, then it would be one where we only have to buy one printer, but that printer is that flexible that it can print very tiny objects, but also very large ones. So a lot of flexibility when it comes to the size of the printed objects.
Got it. So ideally, you'd want a single, highly flexible 3D printer that can handle both very small and very large prototypes. That makes a lot of sense. Can you share more about the specific range of sizes you need? For example, what's the smallest object you typically print, and what's the largest? That will help us understand your flexibility needs even better.
Yeah. So it ranges from around 1 centimeter to 50 centimeters, I would say. That's our typical range. Anything between is relevant for us. And as we're this small to medium-sized company, we are not looking to invest into multiple printers. And so that is a niche that could be interesting to fill as a 3D printer manufacturer.
Thank you. That's really helpful. So your ideal solution would cover objects from about 1 centimeter up to around 50 centimeters, all in one machine. Now, can you share how having this flexibility would change your overall product development process or timeline?
Yeah, basically, I would love to do that, but I have to run. I have to leave the conversation here, but nevertheless, I hope that helped. Looking forward to your results of the market research study. All right, bye bye.
Thank you so much for your time and insights. This was very helpful, and I'll make sure to pass it along to the team at Superprint. Take care and have a great day.
Bye bye.